Congratulations to the class of 2021. We are so proud of you. I want to welcome all the family and friends of our graduates. Your support and love is evident. I would like to take a moment to thank Superintendent Cynthia Paris, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Mary Toomey, and all of Central Office for your endless support and believing in SES. I would be remiss not to acknowledge the following individuals. Katie Harris, where are you all? Katie Harris, Nick Bergeron, Estrada Sabino, Miguel Kielis, Edwin Rosales, Marcy DiLorenzo, Crystal Larson, and Sarah Thornhill, our graduating committee. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the senior class. Your commitment to our students does not go unnoticed. I know the seniors appreciate your support and guidance. I want to thank Miguel Kielis for being our translator. Lastly, I want to acknowledge the incredible hardworking and dedicated staff at SES. For many of you, these relationships began in elementary school. Seeing these students here today is an emotional moment. Thank you for what you do. Graduates, you went to the world. Always remember there's a community of individuals raising the banner of love and support for you. Your journey, though at times may have been difficult, it made you stronger and will give you the confidence to take on the next challenge. You draw upon these experiences to help you climb the next mountain. I am proud of every single one of you. Enjoy the night. It belongs to you. I now give the hosting responsibilities to Nick and Katie.
Thank you, Arlene. Good evening. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's highly anticipated and well-deserved SES graduation ceremony here at the beautiful Lawrence Community Boathouse. My name is Nick Bergeron, and along with Miss Katie Harris, I have the honor of co-hosting a truly memorable event in the lives of these amazing graduates. For you students, this evening is the culmination of all the hard work and dedication that you have demonstrated throughout your time here at the SES. You have proved that you can accomplish anything when you set your mind to it, that you can overcome adversity and challenges, and that you are ready for the next chapter in life. As we proceed with this evening's awards, speeches, and diploma presentations, remember that tonight's ceremony is a celebration of all that you have accomplished over the years. It is a celebration of the effort you have made. It is a celebration of the relationships that you have formed and the memories you have created. But most importantly, it is a celebration of you, the graduates, the SES class of 2021. Now, Miss Katie.
Good evening, and congratulations to this very special class. Every year at graduation, we talk about our students' journey, some of the obstacles that they have overcome, and achievements leading up to this night. In just one word, I can sum it all up: 2020. In the middle of these students' junior year came 2020. It became the greatest challenge yet to date, and now their biggest achievement. They've persevered, they've worked hard to be here tonight, and they are ready to cross this stage. As we planned graduation with the senior class, we asked what would be most meaningful. Almost every student answered that they wanted just to celebrate here in person tonight with their friends, family, and their teachers. And so here we are, no longer distanced through a computer screen. We made it here, and we couldn't be more happy and honored to celebrate with you tonight. I hope tonight, and what is yet to come, is everything you wish it to be. But I have to say in advance, that I couldn't get the fireworks display, Savannah. Sorry. But I hope it's everything and more. I will now pass the mic back to Mr. Nick to begin the presentation of awards.
As Miss Katie mentioned, this school year was unlike any other. We stayed home, we logged on, and we learned. While most of our students had very little experience or practice with learning in a virtual classroom, some students demonstrated remarkable ability and effort in the Zoom format. Tonight's Zoom Award winner gave it his all this year. Each morning, he was the first one to log on, and he was always ready to learn. Sure, there were some technical difficulties and some frozen screens, but he never let that get him down. He was always the first to volunteer to read and answer questions, the first to strike up a conversation with his teachers and classmates, and the first to share with us a positive attitude when everybody needed it. I would also like to recognize this student's family for all the hard work and time and dedication that they put into this year's virtual classroom. It definitely took a village to make this year a success. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 SES Zoom Award goes to Mr. Chris Torres. There you go, Chris. Good job, buddy. Now, this is not your diploma, though. This is just an award, okay?
Award.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Nick.
You're welcome, buddy.
The next award is proof that with enthusiasm, a positive attitude, and pride, there is no problem or opponent too great to conquer. This student has helped rally their teammates, encourage their classmates, and made every day and school event lively and exciting. As we often say, I can't wait for things to return to normal. Well, my memories of normal are the days of Savannah bringing her energy to every field trip, sporting event, student assembly, you name it. I can picture her smiling face, jumping up and down, and diving literally and figuratively into activities. Her spirit and dedication to the school community is amazing and special and will never be forgotten. It is with no greater honor that I present the School Spirit Award to Savannah Cruz. The first presenter is Miss Hope Carter, speaking for Justin Anziani.
Good evening and congratulations to the class of 2021. It's my honor to speak for Justin Anziani. Justin joined my classroom in 5th grade about halfway through the 2013-2014 school year. It took him some time to warm up to us, but as time went on, he opened up and I saw a student eager to succeed. We spent a lot of time together that year during level 1 lunches with Angel and Nate. It was during these times that I was lucky enough to really get to know him. I was able to see his big heart, even though he tried at times to hide it from others. He shared dreams for his future. Justin, you showed a lot of empathy for your classmates that year, and you also weren't afraid to speak up when someone was treating me or Mr. E wrong. You did a lot of growing and maturing. I don't know why you chose to open up and let me in all those years ago, but I'm honored and forever grateful that you did. I was lucky enough to have Justin in my homeroom for 6th grade as well. This allowed more bonding, more growth, more maturity, a few more level 1 lunches. Then he moved on to 7th grade, and that could have been it for us. But fortunately at SES, I'm blessed to be able to watch my kids grow and develop up through high school, and I was lucky enough to continue to have him in my life at school. Justin, I remember vividly having a conversation with you about graduating high school, about this very moment. You were teetering about whether or not you wanted to finish, and I remember telling you, but it's only 5 years away. At that time, I'm sure 5 years felt like a lifetime, but here we are. You did it, and I couldn't be more proud of you. You've experienced so much since I met you. Justin, struggles at home, difficulty at school, the loss of friends. But you've come out the other end of these hard times stronger and wiser. So often, Justin, I think you feel like you have to be a certain way, when really what the world needs is your softer side. The world needs your empathy and your giant heart. As your life progresses, there are going to be times when you want to quit and give up and surrender to the life you're trying to avoid, a life of not so great choices. However, my friend, you have the power and strength to keep going, to make the right choices for you to achieve the life that you want. This day of your graduation is a finish line of sorts. Enjoy this achievement, you've certainly earned it. But also remember that the next starting line is right in front of you. This next phase of your life and what you do with it is entirely up to you. You are an exceptional young man, Justin, and so incredibly full of potential. I see it every time I look at you. I truly hope that you are able to see it too. I can't wait to see what this next stage of life holds for you. Life will be whatever you choose to make it. So have fun and make good choices. Come on down and accept your diploma. Can I step off?
Here you go, Justin.
I can't hug you.
Right across the stage, Justin.
Sarah's gonna take it. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin. Good job, buddy.
The next presenter I'd like to invite up is Mr. Edwin Rosales, speaking for Savannah Cruz.
It feels so good to be here. Class of 2021, we made it. Sometimes you do not get to finish what you start. And let me explain to you what I mean by that. Some of these kids I know is in the first or second grade. I was privileged enough to work with them in high school for the last 4 years. I am delighted today to speak about our Savannah Cruz. I have so many memories of her throughout the years. When you know somebody for so many years, where do you start? Where do you finish? Where do you begin? So many fun, happy memories. But let me start you from the beginning, Savannah. I can stay here all day, but I just can't do it to them. But let me get through it. One of my favorite stories is when Savannah came to our homeroom in 4th grade. If you know Savannah is a ball of joy and energy. For the moment she arrived to the school until the moment she went home. But that was our Savannah. Very, very happy. Give me 1 second, sorry. Savannah was very, very competitive, just like I was. When Hope and I had Savannah for the first day, Hope said, Mr. E, she's definitely your speed. And I said, yes, she is. Savannah was very, very competitive. So every time we had recess, every time we went to the gym, I had to tell her, let somebody else catch the ball. Don't tag him so fast because they won't play with you. Savannah can run sideline to sideline. Savannah loved the sport. She loved everything about the SES. One day, I remember this like it was yesterday. One day, we had a new student. They came into our SES family. And the student was with us maybe for less than a month. And he asked me, Mr. E, why do you always pick Savannah to be in your team? Why? You always picked her. Savannah and I looked at each other. We just laughed, and we continued the football game. We would just continue the football game. Mr. Kelbis, who was a staff member here, he had the other team. I had what Savannah likes to call it, the Savannah team. So we were playing football, and Savannah always was very fast. So I always had her play safety in the back. Mr. Kelbis threw the ball to that student. Whether the ball was going there or not, Savannah already went towards that kid. And I remember this like it was yesterday. Savannah tackled that student. Mind you, we were only playing two-hand touch. I'm just saying, but that's our Savannah. She tackled that kid, and she looked at him and says, "This is why Mr. E picks me." Fling her hair, and we continue playing the game. Give me 1 second, guys. That was her determination. That was her passion. And she continued on that determination, that dedication in the classroom. That was awesome, Savannah. No matter how big the mountain might seem, no matter how big the wall was, no matter how big the task was, Savannah did not went around it. She went right through it. You always knew that you were going to get 125% from her. Savannah, you are a great student. Her competitiveness continued. It grew. Our relationship grew and grew and grew. And one thing that we always compete against each other, it was during the Spirit Week. No matter if it was Twin Day, she had it to beat me. No matter if it was Crazy Hair Day, she had it to beat me. Mixed Match Socks, she got me. But one thing that we did together well was the yearly pumpkin decoration contest. Let me just tell you what that was. Every Halloween, they got us a pumpkin, and each homeroom got to decorate it whichever way they wanted it. Savannah took leadership right away. Vamos a hacer esto, vamos a hacer lo otro, que no sé qué, que aquí, que allá. Guys, bear with me. You can catch up at some point. Y que aquí, y que allá. Savannah always took great leadership. For 4th and 5th grade, we won. Thank you to Savannah. She took great leadership on that. Savannah knew we were going to get a prize at the end of winning that great pumpkin contest. Her 6th grade year, I wasn't sure if I was going to stay in 4th and 5th. I was not sure if I was going to see her the next year. Lucky enough, her first day, I remember this like it was yesterday. August 19, remember when we began very, very early. It was her 6th grade year, and she comes down running to the bus, and she's looking for me, and about that time she was this tiny, so she was hopping over the table, and she finally saw me, and she walked and she ran. Most kids greet me. They say, "Hi, Mr. E, how was your summer?" Savannah says, "We together." You know what that means, Mr. Edwin. We're going to win. I play silly. I play like I don't know what she was talking about. But I knew the pumpkin. I knew she wanted to win back to back to back years. Everybody needs the Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, the Shaq and Kobe Bryant. I had my Savannah. One time, as Savannah was talking about how we were going to win back to back to back pumpkins competition, another teacher, guys, you have to remember this. Remember, silly Mr. Bucco. You're going to get the joke at the end. Yeah, she already remembers. Silly Mr. Bucco jumped out of his table and came to our table, and he was saying, no, this year we going to win it. Mind you guys, it was August 18, we created this great camaraderie between our homerooms. No, I'm going to do this. No, I'm going to beat you. No, until Halloween. Mr. Bucco won that year, and that was okay. Savannah in my homeroom. Yeah, you remember now. Mr. Bucco paid the price, and he for always remember the day he messed with us. We bought these silly strings. We shook him real fast. We put him in our pocket. We call a group of Mr. Bucco. Mr. Bucco comes. We call the group, and everybody was ready, and we just got that silly string all over him. If you know who Mr. Bucco is, he has long hair. So it took him about 2 hours to take that stuff off. Savannah, I can talk about how great you were in high school. I can talk about how great you were in 7th and 8th grade. So many memories, but I have to call it an end. And I don't know how. Savannah, tú eres una joven con muchas metas, inteligente. Tú eres una muchacha que va a alcanzar todos tus sueños. No cambies quien tú eres. Sigue siendo la persona que tú eres y tú verás que vas a alcanzar todos tus sueños, todas tus metas y esa estrellita que tú andas buscando. Thank you. Savannah, come and get your diploma. No te puedo dar un abrazo. Sorry, what up?
Okay, let her cross the stage. Good job, Savannah. Pause right over there for your picture. Good job. Savannah Cruz, everybody. Student is Felix Gomez, and I have the privilege of speaking in place of the teacher that that Felix chose, Mr. Rocky, who could not make it tonight. So this is Mr. Rocky's speech that I am going to read, Felix, okay? Good evening, friends, family, faculty, and most importantly, the seniors of class of 2021. I feel privileged to help participate in this year's graduation celebration. Seniors, congratulations. You should all be very proud of yourselves as well as each other. As an educator, it was amazing to watch how each of you adapted, endured, and persevered over the last year. Please take a few seconds at some points this evening, close your eyes, and absorb this special moment. You have achieved a major milestone in your life. Over the years, it's been an absolute joy to watch this senior class grow and mature into the fine young men and women which stand before you. This evening, I am honored to speak for a senior that holds a special place in my heart. This young man has inspired so many great memories and teachable moments throughout our time together. Ladies and gentlemen, I am truly honored to speak on behalf of Mr. Felix Gomez. The year was 2014. I was teaching 9th grade at the Bruce Annex. It was a crisp October morning when the principal entered my classroom prior to student arrival. Rocky, she says, tomorrow you're getting a new student in your classroom from the Weatherby School. That's great. What's his name? I asked. Felix Gomez, she replied. That night, as I tossed and turned in bed, all I could think about was, who is this Felix Gomez? Will he be accepted in a class by a group or cohort of 6 young men that have essentially been together since 2nd grade? Will the introduction of this Felix Gomez create issues with the current class dynamics? I better try and get some sleep. Tomorrow, I will meet Felix Gomez. The next morning, I remember waiting outside the annex, frantically scanning buses as each one pulled up to let their students off. Then, all of a sudden, the Bee Gees' Staying Alive begins to play, and off the bus walked a young man with some serious style. I quickly learned that Felix always dressed to impress. He will typically complete his look with styled hair, a dab of designer cologne, and a signature smile. Felix was a great addition to our program and proved to be an even greater role model to his peers. Felix came to us with great math skills and quickly took to working in the school store, known as the Snack Shack. Felix always took his work shifts serious and made our little snack shack feel like a real store. Felix would continue this passion for working hard and making money through his community jobs. Felix has worked at the Lazarus House, making sandwiches, bagging lunches, writing dates on bags, checking and identifying expiration dates. He worked at New Balance, hanging up various styles of garments on hangers, scanning barcodes, and setting and utilizing price machines. I have observed Felix arrive from a work shift and independently sit down to fill out his timesheet for the day prior to eating his lunch. Fun Felix fact: Felix is unbelievable at riding a horse. Felix participated in a weekly horse riding lesson at Ironstone Farm. He demonstrated a strong work ethic, putting 110% into every lesson. Felix was one of 3 students, the first group ever from the SES, that were allowed to ride off lead, meaning the horse was not connected to the instructor's lead line. Felix has demonstrated over the years how much his family means to him. He has made them the focus of writing topics in class. He frequently brought them up during class discussions and invited Mom to as many field trips as possible. One vision that sticks out in my mind was during the Christmas party when Felix was the first young man to take his mother's hand and begin to dance. Felix, it has been an absolute pleasure to work with you and watch you develop and mature into a hard-working young man you are today. Please never forget the things we have taught you here at the SES, and remember, our door is always open. I wish you the best for the future and truly feel confident that your motivation and work ethic will bring you success. Thank you, Felix. Felix, if you would, please come up and receive your diploma. Buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, Felix Gomez. Invite Mr. Jamie to come up to speak for Chris G.
Thank you. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you, Chris, for selecting me to present your speech. It's a great honor, and trust me, I don't take it lightly. Our time together in the classroom was short. We only spent a total of 4 months together. But over that time, and even beyond that, throughout your whole high school experience, your last 4 years, I've seen you grow so much. Without a doubt, I can say you left a strong impression on me and those you came across in the classroom, whether it be teachers, staffs, crisis aides, the whole shebang. I remember when you came to me that freshman year and you were hesitant to play basketball and you asked my advice, and I honestly urged you to go forward with it. And I saw you were hesitant just because you were uncomfortable with the situation. But you took it head on and you thrived in that situation. You grew so much in those 2-3 months playing that sport that we were honestly so proud of you. And that's what I witnessed over your whole high school experience or career. Just the willingness to get uncomfortable, to do what's hard, and to not complain about it. And I think that will put you on a great trajectory, Chris. Now, congratulations, Chris. Come up and get your diploma.
Chris, come across over here, buddy. Look at that, Chris G, everybody. Tonight, I have the privilege of presenting the diploma to a truly remarkable young man. Over the years, I have come to really get to know this student and his family, and it truly saddens me to see him leave. While he may not realize how much he has meant to me, I would love to share with you a few things about this young man that I will miss the most. I will miss those priceless silly moods that he occasionally gets into when he wants your attention and wants you to be silly back. I will miss the affectionate moods when he is extremely sweet and loving. No matter what type of day you had, you immediately feel better. I will miss the days when he would amaze me with his abilities, how he would impress me with what he was truly capable of, and how much potential he really has inside. I will miss the days when he gave me his best, when he would try hard, even at things I knew he struggled with. I will even miss the difficult times, the times when he was frustrated or sad or angry and couldn't communicate to me what was upsetting him. Mostly, I will just miss seeing him each day. If you had the pleasure of knowing this student, you know what I mean when I say there is something truly special about him. Michael, you will always have a friend in the SES. On behalf of all the staff members who have worked with you over the years, I wish you nothing but the best of luck. You are ready to bring joy to a whole new group of people. We will miss you, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Michael Mazzucca. Come on, come here, Mike. You ready, buddy? This is yours. Next, I'd like to invite Mr. Ross up here to speak for Brandon. There you go, buddy. Thank you.
Where's Brandon? There he is. The thing I admire most about Brandon, this man has smiled every single day since I've known him. And that's not nothing. It's certainly not for a lack of challenges in this young man's life, but in spite of them. In fact, I think Brandon's ability to remain positive and to find things to be happy about is the ultimate expression of our school's slogan, Be Water. That's what that means, right? To roll with the punches, to adapt to whatever life throws at you, to have the ability to find tranquility and happiness in whatever circumstance you find yourself in, while at the same time being strong enough to take a hit, right? I think we can all take a lesson from Brandon in this regard. I know personally, I can have a tendency to become too focused on the things in my life that are difficult or that frustrate me or that I find exhausting. And it can be easy to walk around in life feeling like life is a burden. Brandon, working with you this year has been an absolute pleasure and a much needed reminder to look on the bright side. Whatever you do next in life, Brandon, just keep smiling and you'll be fine. I wish you nothing but the best. At ease, buddy. Great job, man. You earned this. Congratulations.
Brandon!
And now I'd like to invite Mr. Miguel Plaza up to present for Josh Rivera.
Hi guys, how you guys doing? Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you and thank you guys for all your support this year. I'm honored to be able to present this diploma today. I have known this individual a very long time, from the YWCA as a 4th grader to now graduating high school. It's been a journey that I got to experience with you. I remember during gym class, I would like to pick you on my squad just because you like to play defense all the time and I like to shoot. So we made a perfect team. But I am pleased to see the young gentleman you are today and you have become. If I can leave you with one last thing, it would be take pride in how far you come, have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey. I am happy to present the diploma to Joshua Rivera.
Come on up, Joe.
Short and sweet, because I know you don't like to be talking.
Hell no. Come on up, buddy. Good job, Joe. Good job, buddy.
I'd like to welcome Mr. Jamie back to the stage to present for Joel Solomon.
All right, where you at, Joel? Nah, honestly, Joel, I'd like to thank you as well for choosing me with the honor of presenting you your diploma as well. Over the course of your high school experience, I watched you grow a lot, whether it was in the classroom, the football field, or the weight room. You never shy away from the road less traveled. And you possess a discipline that's really rare for a teen to possess at your age, too. You're always one who strives to do your absolute best, and it showed over your past 4 years. And honestly, Joel, I can say you're on a great trajectory. I take great glory in the man you're becoming. Now come up on stage, Joel. Come get your diploma.
Damn, bro, I made it.
Good job,
Yo,
buddy.
come with me, bro.
This is your moment. Your song.
And last but not least, Mr. Tom Henderson presenting for Christy.
Wow, I'm finally here. What an awesome setting. Woo! Yeah. Ow! Already. I am honored to speak for Chris this evening. It has been my pleasure to have had the opportunity to know you over these past years. It has been exciting to see you grow into a mature and into a sociable young man. I can remember Chris arriving from the Bruce Annex as being full of energy and quite talkative, if you know what I mean. He was a good student and diligent in doing his classwork. I found out that Chris had also worked at the Bruce Annex school store. Now, since I was working at the SES school store in the mornings, it was a great opportunity to have Chris work at the store along with fellow classmate Felix. It was a pleasure to work with these two students. It was a great way for them to meet staff and other students of the school. They both excelled in working at the school store. It was a great time, and I enjoyed working with them very much, and Felix. I also got to interact with Chris at the classes community-based jobs at Lazarus House and New Balance. Chris helped to prepare meals at Lazarus House and prep merchandise at New Balance. At both of these programs, he showed a great work ethic. Now, Chris, how could I forget to mention your love for music? I do remember all those times of you and your friend Jacob Angeloni singing songs in gym or the classroom. You guys were just belting it out. I had great joy hearing that. There was also the time at the Topsfield Fair when you and your classmates were playing the congos and bongos on stage. You all were having an awesome time. Mr. Bergeron was also jamming with you guys. He plays a pretty mean congo drum. Now, even during this time of virtual Zoom learning, you have continued your enthusiasm at our virtual Fun Friday dance times. It was great to see you keep this positive attitude during these difficult times. Now, as we know, this has been a tough time for many of us. Chris has been encouraging to me in the way you have stepped up your game in our virtual Zoom classes during this challenging time. You've shown amazing class participation. Your daily attendance has been extraordinary. You have been consistently engaged in Mr. Bergeron's lessons, and this has brought excellent life to the class, which has been well appreciated. I can attest to that. Chris, you have come a long way since your early days at SES. You have been through some trying and difficult times in your growing experience at SES, but those growing pains have helped you to mature as a conscientious young man. It has been a privilege to have had the opportunity to meet and know you these past years at SES. I truly desire the best for you, and may you have a wonderful blessings in your life. God bless. Chris, come on up, your diploma. Woo!
I'll take this.
All right.
Chris, good job. Grab your, get your diploma.
All right.
You're going to stand there for a picture. You want to get a picture?
Class of 2021, please stand. Please stand. Does everyone have their cap on? Take your tassel. Bring it over. Yep, take it. There you go, Joelle. Bring it to the opposite side. It is my pleasure to present the class of 2021. Congratulations.